Alright guys, so here we go. We are set. We are going to start this episode of career mode here. We're going to have either 2 or 3 races here tonight. Not entirely.
Daytona International Speedway. For
that scared me. I did not think that was coming.
Another season of Monster Energy NASCAR Cup racing is about to get underway. The drivers are in their cars and the sold-out crowd is on their feet. It's time for NASCAR racing.
They kind of made my heart jump, man. I had the... oh my gosh. I had the volume up on my TV while I was recording this. I was expecting complete silence like normal. And I was going to take the introduction into this, but Rick Allen stole my spotlight. So we'll just go from here. We didn't qualify for this race. We're just going to start at the rear of the field. I knew I wasn't going to have a lot of single car speed at all with the fact of having a slower car here, obviously, to start the career mode, but we'll try our best. The green flag is in the air, and we are underway in the Daytona 500. 6 laps in the opening stage of the race here. We've got the steering wheel for every race that we're going to do tonight, whether it is the first 2 or 3 races of the season. Oh, everybody's checking up on the inside here. A little contact with Cody Ware as well. We need a little help from Truex from behind, if at all possible. A little bit of a bobble there getting into the first turn. That did not help us. Hopefully Truex can give us the push we need. Man, I really hope we don't lose the draft here. Trying to get some sort of a draft off of Brad Keselowski as of right now. I think we'll be fine. If we can get towards the front of the field, I think we'll be okay. But being at the rear, man, Truex is doing all the dirty work right now. He is giving us a huge push. It's giving us a nice little run to catch up to the back of this group up ahead of us. 200 miles an hour now. And we're finally starting to get a run on these guys. Here we come now down to the inside. 3 wide move. On Cody Ware, we'll try to hold the steering wheel a lot steadier. Oh, a little contact with Ware now through turns 3 and 4. Truex still trying to help us. We just do not have the horsepower in this car, though. And we're going to clear the 52 of Cody Ware. Ware, in fact, drops all the way back to last through the middle. Truex, Keselowski both started at the rear of the field as well here. We got Joey Gase. Oh boy. Little side draft off the Gase there. Never made contact with him though, so that's good. Honestly, with the contact we made on the opening lap of the race with Cody Ware, he's probably going to be a little upset with us, but that's alright. And now bump draft to the back of Clint Boyer. We'll try to sneak under him here. We'll take it 3 wide through the tri-oval, trying to side draft again. And now we've got Joey Gase pushing us. Only 3 laps to go in the opening stage already. So we're doing a good job staying in the draft ourselves. That was a nice move to the inside. To make it 3 wide, and that got tight quick. Contact with Landon Castle. You can tell the aerodynamics in this car are not there because it is really hard to kind of keep control of the race car in these corners despite it being Daytona. Man, that's going to be so much of a difference here when using the steering wheel versus the controller. I feel like is going to be the aerodynamics of the car because we have a lower setup right now. Again, that's costing us. Now we're 33rd. We're probably going to need some sort of pit strategy throughout the course of this race if we're going to want a shot to win this thing. It's only our first career Cup Series race, but we need a good showing here in the Daytona 500. We need a good payout, and this race pays out quite a bit of money. So this is definitely going to be our biggest race. Coming to the white flag in stage number 1 now. Trying to get to the inside of BJ McLeod. Couldn't do it that time. We're still stuck behind him. We might be able to gain a couple more spots here on the final lap of the stage. It'll be tough. Gase gives us a push, but it's too little too late again. We'll just try to stay tucked behind BJ McLeod. Looks like we're going to get the spot on Bubba Wallace likely here. Somebody's blowing up now on the outside. It looks like the 34. I don't know if it was him or somebody way up in front there. Somebody is blowing an engine down the backstretch to cause the caution. I believe it was, yeah, it was Michael McDowell blowing the engine there. So we're going to finish 31st in stage number 1. And McLeod is going to exit this race. And we're going to pit for fuel only. Try a little bit of track position here. Try to get some stage points perhaps. So we'll go fuel only. And we're going to gain quite a bit of spots there. We gain 18 spots on pit road. And stage number 2 is about to begin. Green flag in the air for stage number 2 at Daytona. In the Daytona 500. It's 6 laps here. Hopefully we can just nail the restart. Quickly taking it to the bottom. 3 wide. Trying to side draft the 18 of Kyle Busch. Great restart on our behalf. So we try to get behind the other Ally Financial driver of Jimmy Johnson. Little bobble through turns 1 and 2 as we try to get up to speed. We got to hold the inside though. Oh, a little contact with William Byron now. That'll slow us down. Coming out of turn 2 as we try to fight. We have a shot to get some stage points here. We're going to need help from behind, obviously, in the draft. Outside stacking up now. That'll help us. We really got to get up to speed. I mean, again, the aerodynamics in this car are just not there. 3 wide. These corners are so tight here at Daytona. So we try to hold our line 3 by 3 through the field as we try to fight in the back half of the top 10. 5 laps to go in stage 2. We've got a shot to get stage points here. We had a little more contact with Byron, and then Byron bounces off his teammate of Alex Bowman there as well. Trying to go up the track to side draft the 95. Our car is pretty loose, and now we get pushed from behind here from Kyle Larson, so that's going to help us out. Larson is there to finally give us a shove. After we just fell outside the top 10. So we're going to try to get some momentum back here in the 11th position. We're so close to being able to possibly get stage points in this race. We got to keep Larson behind us though. Got to stay on the inside. We're just going to let him push us, kind of like Truex and Joey Gase did back in stage 1. Probably going to be our best chance here to get some stage points. The whole reason we stayed out was for track position. Or, well, we didn't stay out. We went fuel only. If we would have stayed out, though, that would have been real nice. Kyle Larson being a pretty good friend of ours right now. So we are on the inside of Alex Bowman. Now, the inside of the track in the middle of these corners seems like it's working out for us. Not so much on the straightaways, though. And now Larson going to give us a push again. Trying to keep the car off the apron, keep the momentum going as much as possible. And now we look to the inside of Ryan Blaney for 8th going into turn 1. We got a lot more guys on the inside than what they do on the outside as well, and I think that's helping us in the corners at least. And they tend to kind of want to go back up on the straightaways. Big run down to the back of the 95. And we're going to have a nice run on him still. 3 wide all the way to the bottom. It's a risky move. Contact now going into turn 3 with the 95 of DiBenedetto. We tried to side draft him. He lost a little bit of control. And we're going to clear both him and Stenhouse off the exit of the corner. And now we try to block in 7th place as the top 6 are pulling away with 2 to go in stage 2. We might need to get a push here from DiBenedetto if we're going to want a shot to try and catch this first pack up here. Hopefully we get a big run on Jimmy Johnson. It looks like we are coming out of turn 2. That could help us to the inside. What a move on Johnson. Taking the run to the inside of Paul Menard now. That'll move us into the top 5 before the end of the stage. Byron in 4th. We've got a big run on him now. Logano stuck on the outside. He's going to lose the lead. Denny Hamlin, I believe. No, it's Eric Almirola to the race lead. And now we push Byron. Byron can't quite get under his teammate Chase Elliott there as the inside line kind of stalls up a little bit. We got to go up to block Menard now. We're still holding on to 5th. I think we're going to have a big run coming through turns 1 and 2 once again. And we do. To the back of Logano. Logano goes high, tries to come back down and block. We're there. Side drafted now, down the back stretch. Up to 4th place. Do we have a shot to gain any more spots? And will anybody have a shot at Eric Almirola? Still on the inside. Up to 3rd. To the inside of Byron. Not going to have the run though. So we stall out. 3rd place in stage number 2. We're going to get 8 stage points. That's awesome. Compared to stage 1, that is awesome. So we've got a shot here. We're going to have to pit. We're probably going to have a slower stop. We're going to take right side tires only. So right sides only. 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Not going to repair any damage. And the 2 tire stop is enough to win the race off a pit road. So we will control the pace on the restart. And we will restart in the lead, a chance to win the Daytona 500. Our first career race, it's in the Great American Race. What an opportunity we might have to win this thing. It's going to be tough to block off all these lines, but you never know. Great jump, getting through the shifts on the restart, getting the full car length out in front of everybody. And if we're going to get past, it's going to have to be on the top. Because no matter what happens, we've got to protect the bottom lane. Almirola sitting behind us. Chase Elliott trying to get a run on the top. When we get to the start-finish line, we will have 8 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Again, our first career race. This is 105 AI difficulty. But speed-wise, I think we'll be alright. Can we get the help that we need? And we've got to be very, very aggressive, because if we lose the lead, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it back. Here comes Byron. We're going to block up there. Towards the top. Here he comes again, going into turn 3. Big run back to the inside now, and Almirola going into turn 3. Car seems to turn a little easier with the 2 fresh right side tires versus taking 4. Can the left sides make it all the way back around? Here comes Byron to the top again. Contact, and around he goes. Will he save it? What a save. William Byron way back in the field, and now here comes Elliott. All of our momentum is lost. Doing whatever it takes to try and win the Daytona 500 in our first career race. We don't have the speed out in front of the field like we do in the middle of the pack. Blocking the top, down to the bottom, more contact with the 10, but we can't block him, but the caution is gonna fly. Oh my goodness. The caution flies right before we lose the lead. And in our career mode, in our first career Cup Series race, we're gonna have the lead on this last restart. What could possibly be the last restart. Man. Barbies, thanks for joining here tonight for this career mode episode on NASCAR Heat 4 on the channel. But man, we're gonna have 4 laps to go when we go green. That caution couldn't have came at a perfect time. We got lucky with that. We were about to lose the lead, it seemed like, to Almirola. And we get another chance at it here. Just got to get through the shifts well again, just like we did the last time when we restarted in the lead. 4 laps to go. Got through first and second fine. And now from 3rd to 4th, we've got the advantage here. We got a full car length on everybody going into turn number 3. Chase Elliott pulls door back bumper pretty quickly now. Can we do it? Oh man, I'm so nervous. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold on. We're going to need some help. Elliott looking high. He's got his teammate Jimmy Johnson behind him. They might work together. They might work together to hang us out to dry if they can. Now the outside. Almirola leading the outside crew, trying to pull the 9 of Elliott back with the side draft. Elliott getting a big run to our back bumper again. 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. On the career mode, Almirola, another shot. The 95 is going to push him to the lead. Eric Jones gets on by. We had no chance to block him that time. What a run those guys got, trying to side draft the 8 of Daniel Hemrick to keep as few of drivers passing us as possible. But now we got to block the bottom still, and we're losing ground now. We fell all the way back to 5th. 2 laps to go at the line. We're going to have to do whatever it takes here at this point if we're going to want a shot to win. But Almirola back in the lead. Deservedly so at this point in the race. 2 to go. He won stage 2. Trying to win the race now. As we quickly get to the inside of Daniel Hemrick for 4th. Great move. But will we have the speed to actually try to make the pass for the lead? We're making passes in the pack, which we have throughout the course of this race. We can build enough of a run there, but it is so hard to pass the leader because we just don't have the horsepower that these other teams do. It's our first career race owning our own team. This is insane. Huge payout for winning the Daytona 500, and it's the biggest race of the year, of course. And the white flag is in the air. We've got 1 lap to go to try and hold on and win it. Looking to the inside of Eric Jones. Can't get there at least yet. And we're still in 4th. It's going to be a miracle to win it from this point. And we lost a little bit of ground coming out of turn 2. De Benedetto. Will he have a shot? Hemrick going to give us a push. Caution's out and the race is over. An anticlimactic finish to the Daytona 500. But Eric Almirola is going to get the job done. Unfortunately, we couldn't have this race finish under green, but I'll take a 4th place finish in our first career race. I mean, how many times is that going to happen? And we had a solid points day. We got 8 stage points in the opening stage of the race. That's awesome. That is awesome. We're going to have a heck of a grind for this season. That is a huge payout just for finishing 4th. In the biggest race of the year, we needed that. Look at that, 5th in the point standings after the first race. The rookie owning his own team. How about that? We had the fastest lap too in the draft with a 44.155. Logano led the most laps in the race as well. So that was pretty cool. We'll go on to race number 2 at Atlanta. And we have a good chance that we'll have 3 races on the stream here tonight. We'll probably end up doing Vegas as well. Again, these are short in races if you are new to the career mode. I run 13% of the races because I'm trying to get through the career mode as quick as we can while still having somewhat lengthy races. I mean, the races really only take 15 to 20 minutes, but it's alright. We used a lot of our equipment there, but that's alright. I'm just pumped we got a top 5 in our first career race. I'm surprised we didn't get a compliment for finishing in the top 5 in the Daytona 500, especially in our first career race. 4th place finish. That's going to be tough to beat a career best, though, going forward. I don't think we're going to have as fast of a car as we had at Daytona, but strategy was the reason why we got the track position, because I don't think we would have been able to drive through from the rear of the field to that point like we ended up doing. So that was big. Alright, so on to the work plan. We got some work to do here. We got $1 million in the bank. And I don't know what we should spend it on. We'll see what this is going to look like here first. Alright, so we can probably Yeah, we can train our employees here a little bit more. We'll bump them up to 10. And we still have about $400,000. I should have... Dang it. Okay, so we'll worry about that next. We'll save what we've got for now. We go to a speedway track next. So we'll have all 80s. We'll be on max power going into the next race. So let's go to the work plan again. So we'll be on our max power, 80 overall on the suspension, the aero, and the engine. We'll get the short track car going. And then hopefully we earn enough money at Atlanta that we could bump at least our engine up to an 85 before we get to Vegas. So, all right, I'm pumped, man. What a way to start the season. I didn't win the Daytona 500, and I know I kind of blew it in the last 2.5 to 3 laps, but that's all right. I'm still pumped that we were able to finish in the top 5. That could have been a lot worse. When we got freight trained around the bottom, if everybody would have went to the top, we could have fell back outside the top 10 easily. So that's huge that we were able to still finish 4th. All right, on to Atlanta. Oh yeah, definitely. We got the chassis here too. We did not have the chassis at Daytona. That also kind of hurt us on speed. But restrictor plate racing, I mean, anything could happen. Well, I guess they don't use restrictor plates anymore. Tapered spacers, lower downforce, but Daytona, Talladega, when you're pack racing like that, literally anything could happen. I mean, you could finish anywhere from first to last. The best car could finish last, just because you get caught up in a wreck or you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So the fact that we were able to finish 4th, that was awesome. Again, on pit strategy from the rear of the field too. We're not going to have qualifying speed for a lot of this season, especially early in the year. Just because we are a lower funded team right now, but we keep performing well. That could definitely work out for us in the long run here. So we'll try starting at the rear of the field again here at Atlanta. You're going to see a lot of pit strategy throughout the course of the season because that seems like that's going to be the... Oh my God, man, I keep forgetting how loud that is.
This is a 1.5-mile oval and a very popular stop for the fans and a handful for the drivers. Let's head on down to the track and get set to go racing.
All right, I got to get used to that. I keep forgetting that Rick Allen tries to cut a promo before the start of every race. Did that at Daytona and it scared me then too. I got the volume up so loud just for like the race audio, and then like his voice is so loud in my headphones right now. All right. Here we go. Starting from the rear, the green flag is in the air. Me and Kyle Larson both starting at the rear. Larson helped us out quite a bit in the second stage at Daytona. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here. We've got 10 laps in the opening stage. We'll see how we compare to these backmarker cars. Now, on the 1.5-mile tracks, I love to run the outside at most of them, and Atlanta is one of those tracks here that we're racing right now. The problem is we don't have the speed to run the top side of the racetrack. So we're probably going to have to stay in the draft, especially on these short runs, and we're going to have to stay on the bottom of the track as much as possible. Kind of gave up the bottom immediately in turns 3 and 4 there to Matt DiBenedetto, but that's all right. So we seem to be a lot better on corner exit than corner entry here. We're hanging with these guys. They're not pulling away from us, but we're not making any passes right now at least. Again, strategy going to be a huge game. Huge factor here. If we can finish in the top 16 and miraculously make it in on points going into the playoffs, that'd be awesome. I just don't see that being a realistic shot here. I think we're going to have to win a race at some point in time in the season. But it's nice that we got some stage points at Daytona, and we finished really well, so we're starting the season off positive. You can see, I mean, we just don't have the speed. After about 2 to 2.5 laps, we are falling way off the pace from these guys. I mean, I'm holding it full throttle. I'm doing everything I can right now. This car is just slow. I mean, we're 170 miles an hour in the middle of the corner. I mean, that's just, I mean, it might seem fast in all reality, but compared to these other guys, it's just not fast enough. Yeah, I'm glad we got that good finish at Daytona here. We've got a better car, too. So it looks like we're just going to have to get a good finish on pit strategy again here. We should be a little better on the longer run, too, so we'll have to see if we cut that interval down before the end of the stage. Got 6 laps left. We're about 2 to 2.5 seconds off of the next driver, BJ McLeod, in 39th. But there's a whole pack of them, it looks like, outside the top 30 that are all bunched together. Alright, so we're finally starting to cut into the lead a little bit. It did take a couple laps. Took about half the stage, actually, believe it or not. But we are getting a good run on these guys, so that's nice to see. I would assume they're all going to pit at the end of the stage. I don't know if we can really do any pit strategy here at Atlanta, because I guarantee everybody's going to be pitting for 4 tires at the end of every stage, because this track is aggressive on tires. Probably the worst track on the entire circuit, any of the 3 series when it comes to tire wear. Very old surface, last repaved in 1998. It's the oldest surface in NASCAR. And just look at how much we're bouncing around. In-car cam here. Yeah, I mean, our right front tire is down to 39%. And we're not really driving the car too hard because it's just not fast enough, so definitely going to burn through these tires kind of quick. Now, obviously, with the shorter races, we do have our tire and fuel consumption at ×4, where usually I have it on normal when I run a full regular race, so it's more realistic. But obviously, with a way shorter race, we're going to have way shorter fuel as well as a lot more tire wear. So we had to actually check out of the gas there. You don't want to do that as much as possible here at Atlanta. With this package, you can hold it full throttle, but that and how slow of a car we've got too doesn't help either in that aspect. But at least we're not going to finish last in the opening stage, but we're also not going to get any stage points because we're easily going to finish outside the top 10. Maybe we'll have a shot here at a top 30 finish, perhaps. 3 wide down the back stretch going into turn 3 on Ryan Preece and Joey Gase. Got around both of them. And we have a shot. Joey Logano, he looks like he's going to be able to win stage number 1 here at it. Might be able to get to 30th. It's going to be close. Yep, got it. So 30th place at the end of stage 1 here at Atlanta. Yeah, we'll just have to see how this is going to how this is going to get going here. So we're definitely taking 4 tires here. Even if we took 2 tires, I don't think those left sides are going to make it to the end of the stage. So that's kind of unfortunate. I don't think our picture is very fast either. So we're kind of put in a box here. I don't really think we can do much. Well, I didn't hit select when I went to... Oh my gosh. That was a rookie. Well, I am a rookie, I guess, technically, but... Oh, we're going to get blown by these guys. Oh, no. We're going to have to pit in a lap or 2, man. I can't believe I did that. I cannot believe that I stayed out of the pits by accident. I just forgot to hit select. I was taking too long to decide what I was going to do, even though I should have known. Everybody was taking 4 tires anyway. We actually might lead a lap in this race, miraculously. We're able to block for our deer. We got it. Well, at least we've led a lap in the first 2. Oh my goodness, this is not good at all. This is not, oh, we're tight too. We're tight, in the wall, in the wall, in the wall. Keep the car clean. We got to get onto pit road this time. Maybe we could stay out one more lap. We'll try staying out one more lap. Yeah, we need to hope for a caution. I don't know if we're going to get it though. Oh man, well, we're going to get it. The problem is we're involved. So I guess that didn't really do much for us. Oh man, that sucks. Well, glad I was able to pit, but that's unfortunate that we had to get in that wreck and repair all that damage. It's probably going to cost us too in the shop. Yeah, it's a bummer. Well, I didn't want it to happen like that. We've got 5 laps to go in stage number 2 now. So, also, if you are new to the career mode as well, I don't broadcast as much because, I mean, these races are no more, I mean, they're not as realistic. And especially here at the beginning of our career in the Cup Series, you're going to see us running towards the back a little more. So, I'm not going to have nearly as great of battles. So I'm just kind of being myself here, you know, for the most part, kind of feeling everything out in this career mode. Even though we're kind of flying through it, I mean, it does feel like I'm kind of new. We're only just over 20 episodes in. But yeah, once we get more competitive, we might see a little bit more broadcasting. But for the most part, my actual broadcasts are usually on the actual full race streams. Try to bring you guys a full realistic coverage there. But with this, I mean, I can't really do much, especially when I'm struggling like right now. I mean, we just have 0 speed in this race car. The growing pains of starting your own team. It's amazing how much patience it has to take too. We're just so slow. The best thing we can do is not create any rivals while we're running this slow. The problem is, I think with us getting in a wreck, we're probably going to have people getting mad at me for causing the wreck. Which it was a racing accident, but at the same time, I wouldn't have had myself in that position on older tires and as slow of a car as we have if I just would have pitted. So we are gaining ground here at the end of the stage, and even if we finish better than 30th, at least it'll give us some sort of a oh no, little contact, landed castle. That was a close one. We made it 3 wide off the exit of the corner. So we're on the final lap of the stage, and currently we're in 32nd. Nice run here on BJ McLeod. So Logano won stage 1. Kevin Harvick's going to take the lead off of turn 4, and Harvick is going to win stage 2 here at Atlanta. And the caution's actually going to fly right before he gets to the start-finish line. So looks like Kevin Harvick's going to win stage 2. And somebody blew up in front of us. Not sure who it was. And if it is an engine issue, it's going to mean some good luck here. So, alright, we're going to hit pit road. 4 tire stop, we'll repair some damage. And we only lost 1 spot on pit road, so that's not too bad. We'll restart in 30 seconds. These guys are probably going to blow around us off the start of the stage, though, as well. Likely, at least. Trying to side draft the 00 here to our inside. Try to hold the inside line up, but it's just not going to happen, at least right now. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Probably going to blow past us here for the first couple laps. Just not able to hang on. Maybe with us being in the draft and having cars behind us, that could help. Alright, so we were able to get to the bottom in the middle of turns 3 and 4. We'll see what we've got here. Final stage of the race. This is it. We got 0 stage points in this one compared to Daytona where we had 8 and we finished 4th. I doubt we're going to finish inside the top 5 again here in this one. Nice little push through the corner here. Ryan Truex trying to get us going. He about turns us. I mean, he made contact with the 34 of Michael McDowell. Well, at least we're not in last. At least not yet. Oh my goodness, he's trying to... He about turned us that time. Well, now he's going to slim... Yeah, he's going to skim on by. So... that will move us back to last. Parker Kligerman about spun us out. Very much did not appreciate that, but that's alright. Whatever. So yeah, if you guys are just joining, Daytona 500, my first career Cup Series race, owning my own team. I miraculously finished in 4th place on pit strategy. We were able to hold ourselves in the top 5. Led some laps in stage 3. In fact, led coming to 3 laps to go. That's how late in the race we actually still had the lead, but got 3rd place finish in stage 2, so we got some stage points as well, and we're 5th in the point standings coming into Atlanta. But obviously you can see now that we're on a what some would say a realistic racetrack where equipment matters more than ever, we are not performing that well. We are not our top 5 self like we were last race at Daytona. But that's all right. I think we're all right here. Alex, nice of you to join here tonight. Dang, a little bobble there. So we've gotten past Parker Kligerman a lot earlier in this run than what we have on previous runs. Everybody will have to pit before the end of the race here, so we might take a 2-tire pit stop for strategy here. Try to gain some track time if we do have to pit under. Well, now we have a caution. Now a caution's gonna come out. I think we're gonna have to take 4 tires, unfortunately. And I'm assuming everybody else is going to take 4 tires too. So that really puts us in a hole here. We got some guys staying out, I guess. Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, William Byron. Alright, so we got a couple guys that are going to try and risk it, stay out of the pits here. Yeah, we'll take 4 fresh Goodyears. And we are going to repair damage, so... Alright, well, it looks like we lost a spot to Parker Kligerman on pit road. At least Kyle Larson is out of the race now. So that's why he didn't pit, because he's out. So we at least are not going to finish last in this race. We need these race finishes not only for points, but so we can get money. Every position's going to matter here. We actually got a good jump on the restart. I guess you might have some guys that might have taken 2 tires as well. I'm not sure. Eric Almirola won the Daytona 500, so if we get another new winner, we'll have 2 different winners. First 2 races, both drivers clinching playoff spots, so we'll have to see here. Not sure where Eric Almirola is running right now. Oh man, the field's stacking up. Field's stacked up there. I think those guys on older tires that stayed out are stacking everybody up right now. But that's going to help us gain a couple spots. Kligerman just to the inside. Got to hold our line. 3 wide now. In the middle. Yeah, the field just randomly gets stacked up here with these guys on older tires, so we just got to do our best to hold our line. Cody Ware all over the place. He got loose in the middle of the corner. Oh, this is tight off the exit of the corner. Contact at the back of the 96. Look at the 71 of Ryan Truex, how loose he was getting. I don't want to run the outside. Oh my goodness, we're 4 wide off of turn 2. Oh my gosh. Barely hit the wall, but I think we're all right. Bubba Wallace, he's one of the guys that are on older tires. That'll move us up to 31st. All right. So if I remember right, our incentive bonus, we had to finish in the top 20 in 2 out of the first 4 races, I believe. Or 2 out of the first 3 races. And we finished 4th at Daytona, but man, it's going to be tough to finish inside the top 20 in this race and the next race. We just got split by David Reagan and Ryan Truex. Oh, we got to get to the inside before McDowell gets around us. We're at the point in the race, we got to hold on to every position possible because we only have 5 laps left at the line. Things are not looking good for us. Alright, so we're back up to 31st again. 4 to go. I'm almost kind of wondering if a caution might help us out a little bit. I don't know if it's going to help us or hurt us. Keselowski's in the lead. Oh man, oh no, man, I got really tight, got into the back of the, 96, a little contact with Reddick as well. Should have checked up out of the gas. Look at all the momentum we lost, having to not only get out of the gas, but we still hit the back of Kligerman. And we got up into the wall as well. Honestly, if a caution comes out, I might hit pit road. Two to go. Yeah, I kind of want a caution. I think we can get a good restart if we get a yellow here. Daytona 500 ended under caution. So we're inside the top 30 now, so that looks a little bit better on the scoring monitor, but if we stay green, I think the only real spot we can get is Tyler Reddick for 28th. So we're on the last lap here. We didn't get the caution beforehand. And it's going to be tough even to get Reddick for 28th, honestly. We just don't have the straightaway speed he does. Can we clear him? So, gonna clear him up off of turn 2. And maybe we got a shot at Austin Dillon or Cody Ware yet. It's not impossible. Nice run through turns 1 and 2. I think we're just a little bit too far behind. We're gonna have a chance at Cody Ware. Alright, we beat him. So we gained 1 spot at the finish. 27th. 27th at the end of this race. And your race winner was Brad Keselowski, so wow, what a difference. 27th of points, 141 grand. After the sponsor and the merch there, we're going to have just over $200,000 in income. We go from 5th in the point standings to 15th in one race. So that's a huge shot in the point standings. But we just got to finish inside the top 30 and get a win to make the playoffs. Logano leading the point standings after the first 2 races, despite not having a win. He had a lot of stage points in this race. I think he did at Daytona as well, too, so that's definitely helping him out. And on to Vegas. We'll run one more race on this live stream here. We'll go to Vegas. And then that'll finish it off for tonight, but we'll have another episode for you guys tomorrow night. Not only with the career mode on this game, but also in Tony Stewart's Sprint Car Racing. We'll have a career mode episode there as well. So a doubleheader live stream tomorrow night, starting at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So a little bit earlier start time than what we had tonight. Yeah, Chris Buescher's upset with us. That was probably after the wreck we were involved in, if I had to guess. Yeah, put ourselves in that predicament. I'll take the blame, I guess. I'll take the blame. Alright, so on to Vegas. Got 600,000. And I was hoping we could get a little bit more engine power before this race, but it doesn't look like that's the case. We are just, and I mean just short of getting engine power. Man, we are so close. That's unfortunate. So it looks like we're going to have the same car speed-wise for Vegas as what we did in the last race. So that really stinks. Guess he doesn't have to be assigned anywhere. Yeah. We'll still throw him on there, I guess. Didn't have to do much work to that short track car, but it's alright. Okay, so got the work plan and set. I mean, I really want to save my money after this race. I don't want to spend it here. I spent on updating our crew after Daytona. And it helped a little bit, I guess. I don't know where we would have been speed-wise. And we finished 27th. I don't know how much worse we would have finished if we didn't upgrade everybody. Maybe we would have finished outside the top 30, but I don't think it really helped us too much. So we'll save our money. We'll hopefully upgrade our engine to a maximum 85. And that would be nice before we hit Phoenix, which would be the next race after this, because that's a short track. So that would be awesome if we could do that. So if we can do that with the engine, at least give us a little bit more straightaway speed, which seemed to be the only thing we were lacking at Atlanta was straightaway speed. Seemed like we were getting them in the corners. So hopefully that'll help us out. Winner's purse is $455,000. So hopefully between sponsor and maybe if we can finish inside the top 30 again, we should get enough money so we can upgrade that engine after this race, which I would think we can. I don't see why we can't. I mean, we got, what, 141,000 just for our race winnings in the last race for finishing 27. So yeah, I mean, if we finish top 30, that alone, not counting sponsorship and merch, we should, and I mean we should be able to upgrade. Only one way to find out. We'll just have to see here. We'll start at the rear of the field again. I don't think it's worth qualifying this early in the season because we are really slow, but
today, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series makes its first of two stops in Las Vegas for the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. The field is stacked with drivers seeking to get on a roll, so let's head down to the track.
All right. I was ready for it that time. Rick Allen kind of scared me the first two races. I kind of forgot about it, and the volume was really loud. And honestly, the volume, I don't know if it was because I was expecting it this time, but it seemed like it wasn't blasting my eardrums like it was the first two races, so that's nice. Alright, final race of the stream, final race of the night, Vegas Cup Series, here we go. Green flag in the air. what kind of strategy do we possibly have up our sleeves in this one? Hopefully, we've got enough. I don't know. This track is pretty bad on tire wear too. I think the tracks that have more grip are probably going to be better suited for us as far as strategy, because I think everybody's just going to be taking 4 tires after this pit stop again. Kind of like you saw at Atlanta. Unfortunately for us, that's probably going to be the case. Decent start. Can't really, I mean, we're in the draft, but we're lacking just enough straightaway speed. And I can't run the top side of the track. I just don't, I mean, I can. We've got the grip to do it. It's just, I think it's going to be too slow with the kind of car we've got. So hopefully the 85 engine power will help out enough, because we should be able to max out. We keep prepping our cars in time. Ooh, man, we got a big run going into turns 1 and 2 here. We seem a lot faster earlier in the run here than what we did at Atlanta, so this might be a better track for us, believe it or not. Got Kyle Busch leading the field right now in his hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. So we're still in last. Got 6 to go on the stage. Maybe we could try a 2-tire strategy at the end of this stage. It's not impossible, I guess. We might be able to take 2 tires here. I guess it depends on what everybody else is going to do at the end of the stage. 5 laps. Oh, save it, Joey. Didn't mean to run into the back of him. I can't judge the speed of this car. It's so much different. Like, I'm just so used to like having a fast car on the full race live streams. Not used to like being this slow, so it's kind of hard to anticipate how I'm going to actually roll through these corners. Makes it a little bit weirder for me driving the car with the steering wheel, I'm not going to lie. Oh, we got a car blowing up in front of us and into the outside wall. Okay, I thought he was going to come back down the track, but he didn't. Ryan Truex, it looked like he blew right front and actually took BJ McLeod into the wall with him. So, first caution of the race is going to come out right before the end. Did we end the stage there? I wasn't paying attention. Stage 2. Yeah, okay, so we did end the stage. I'll tell you, we'll try taking right sides only. Oh, that didn't work. Man, we only gained 10 spots. I was hoping right sides we were going to gain more than that. Well, that might have screwed us over right there. That might have did us. Man, we had no takeoff on that restart either. I was really hoping we were going to get inside the top 10 and maybe had a shot at stage points, and that's why I took 2 tires. If I would have known we were only going to gain 10 spots, I would have taken 4. Even if I would have lost a couple spots. Tires are important here. Trying to hang with them. So far, so good on 1 lap at least. Yeah, we are way slower than these guys. Man, that sucks. Should have just trusted my pit crew. Took the 4 tires here. Goes to show I got a lot of faith in my team. Oh, Byron just sending it off a 4. More contact with Hemrick. Yeah, I mean, these guys are... They were arguably faster anyway before the end of the stage. And now they got 4 fresh tires versus I only had 2. Oh, boy. Try not to make contact with these guys. I'm trying to race them clean, but... Now we're stuck on the outside going into turns 3 and 4. Oh man, we're loose. I barely kept it off with Michael McDowell there. That was close. So at least with Ryan Truex being out of the race, we're not going to finish last. But it's just not looking good for us. Man, it's a little disappointing. I feel like if a caution comes out before the end of a stage, I feel like that could actually help us a lot more. Because it could either A, give us a shot at stage points, or B, it'll set us up better for the start of stage 3. So that's probably what I'm going to actually have to root for in most of, if not all of these races, the caution to come out in stage 2 before the end of the stage. I really need that engine power though. I mean, again, you can see that we close them in the corners, but we just lose them down the straightaways. Like, I just can't keep up with these guys. Oh, we made a pass on Brendan Gaughan. Ooh. More contact with Joey Gay. See, that damage isn't helping us out any either. Damage is not helping us out. That's probably costing us some engine power, to be quite honest. And just wants to make the car shove up the corners a little bit more than what it already was. Oh man, like right there, we about put it in the wall off of 4. I didn't think I was going to get the car to turn in time. So Keselowski leading here in stage number 2. We're currently in 36th. Still got 2 to go at the line. I believe the final stage is going to be 12 laps. So I don't really know what to expect there. Just have to wait and see. Dang it, man. I should know better, man. That I have such a closing rate in the corners because I can actually run full throttle because I'm so slow. This car does not get the full windup though. Well, we're on the final lap of the second stage of the race. We're in 34th. Again, we only took 2 right side tires here, so we'll have to take 4 at the end of this stage. And we're going to finish 34th in stage number 2. Brad Keselowski gets the stage win. again, I mean, with this track having a lot of tire wear, I just do not think we can get this done. Unfortunately, it's like we're gonna pit. Four fresh tires, not gonna repair that damage there. Well, we lost 5 spots on pit road anyway. Man, our picture is so slow. Gosh. Positive, we're not gonna finish last. Negative, this race is probably going to be a lot harder to finish in the top 30 than what the last race was. We still should get our engine power by Phoenix. We just got to stay in the top 30 in points. It was good that we started off 5th. Unfortunately, but we'll see how we perform here. And unfortunately, I think we're probably going to drop easily outside the top 20 after this race. Unless something crazy happens. So we got a good jump on the start. We were able to get ahead of Michael McDowell, but here he comes back on the outside again pretty quickly. Alright, we're going to pull up in front of McDowell here. We're going to make sure we fully clear him this time. And if we keep him behind us, we might have a little bit more help in the draft down the straightaways. Honestly, if he wanted to give us a bump draft, he could, but he's just trying to work his way around us himself. That's unfortunate for us. Yeah. It's probably going to be our season worst finish unless we somehow... I don't see us finishing top 27 in this one. Oh, we just brushed the wall off of 4. We're going to lose a lot more ground now. We've got 9 laps to go. I don't want to finish last on the track, though. I know Truex is behind us. I mean, it's only 1 point from 37th? Or no, I believe 36. Every position from 36 on back is just 1 point anyway. So even if we gained a couple spots, points-wise, it's not going to matter. Might get a little extra money, but not a lot. Honestly, we're probably going to need a caution and have to have some sort of mixed strategy if we're going to want a shot to gain any positions. We got 8 laps for there to be a caution. As long as it's not on the last lap. So you guys can kind of take a look at my paint scheme a little bit. I said I was going to try running some throwback schemes throughout the course of the season, you know, at random times, like maybe not every video, but every couple videos I was going to change the paint scheme. Well, then I found out that I can't change my paint scheme over the course of the season, which we had the same problem with that in the Xfinity Series 2. Oh, well, we got the caution we needed. But I was thinking with us owning our own team that we could have customized the car, but we can't, unfortunately. So we're stuck with what we've got for the rest of the season. At least I'll know that for the start of next year. I'll try to do something cool for season 2. But alright, so we have a little bit different strategy here. We're going to pit. We're going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires. We're last on the lead lap. Might as well do it. Doesn't look like anybody else is pitting, so we did get the caution, and we're going to have 3 laps to go. And now we're in 38th because it looks like Truex is out of the race too, so that's nice. We're going to gain 1 more spot that easily. Here we go. Green flag in the air at Vegas. Can we win the race? We'll hope for the best. Really trying to get that car to turn. Yeah, 4 fresh Goodyears. We might finish inside the top 27 now that we have 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Oh, it's going to get tight. 3 wide middle off of turn 4. Oh, man, we just don't have the straightaway speed to clear these guys. Hemrick on the outside along with us too. That could have hurt us. We had to get out of the gas. Trying to clear. Okay, so we at least cleared Matt Tiff before we roll into turns number 3 and 4. And we're coming to the white flag this time by. So the white flag is going to be in the air. 1 lap to go. It looks like we're going to finish inside the top 30 at least. We're up to 30th. Get around Cody Ware for 29th. Oh, Byron and Castle made contact off of turn 2. They're going to slow each other up. Do we have a shot to gain a couple more spots before the end of the race? It's going to be tough. Going to get around Landon Castle for position. Now trying to get around to Benedetto, and we will. So 27, 2 races in a row. Matching our season worst, but that was a lot better than what it could have been. I didn't think we were going to get up there. A late caution helped us. We were able to take 4 tires to improve our finish to the end of the race. Alex Bowman gets the win, so we've had 3 different winners in the first 3 races. Now again, finish in the top 30, get a win, we're in the playoffs. The problem is if we have 16 different winners on the season, before we win, we'll have to beat one of those guys in points. And that's going to be tough. So that's why points still matter, but hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. Hopefully we have less than 16 different winners. So it looks like we're going to get enough of a payout here. We dropped from 15th to 18th in the point standings. So not bad. We're on the outside of the playoffs as of right now as we run, but still, we got 23 races left on the regular season. We'll see how this is going to go from here. Kyle Busch had the fastest lap in that race. We'll leave the track here, and we'll see what we can upgrade before we end this stream. We'll see if we can make any purchases. We should be able to upgrade the engine power, or at least the max engine power. So, oh yeah, easily. So we're almost at 900,000. Unfortunately, though, we did not get our sponsorship incentive because we did not finish inside the top 20 in either of the last 2 races. So that's a bummer. Alright, so Matt Tiff's upset. Ryan Blaney giving us a compliment there. I'm going to start holding my own when it comes to these tweets, though. If I don't think it was my fault, somebody was pushing on me or something, or completely wasn't my fault, I'm just going to insult them. I'm going to insult them back. I'm not going to compliment it. I'm owning my own team. You know, I'm my own owner. I don't need to take crap from anybody else. Alright. So this is interesting because we're going to get more engine power for these next 5 races. 3 top 35s, we can easily achieve that. 3 top 25 is going to be a little more challenging, but I think with the engine power we can get it done. 3 top 20s in a 5-race stretch. That is going to be interesting. Because that is, ooh, man, that so much of a jump in payout for this versus top 25. So I think we got to go for this one. I think it's doable. I mean, we did finish 4th at Daytona, but that was super speedway. We don't have super speedway race in this stretch. And I don't know exactly how we're going to run on the short tracks. And we have 3 of them coming up in the next 5 races. So we're still in the learning curve of trying to figure out what we've got equipment-wise. We can kind of tell on speedways we're a 25th to 35th place car on average. But now we're going to have more engine power, so that's probably just past history at this point. So let's go to my team here. Yeah, we're definitely going to upgrade the engine power. I mean, we could probably make the pit stops a little bit quicker. No, we can't because we can't afford it. Alright, well, might just want to save up for the suspension and the aero next. 1.8 million to upgrade to a 90 engine power. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how we're going to earn our money. We're definitely going to have to start finishing better so we can get more money for a payout. Let's see what the work plan's got. So we can work May on the speedway chassis while we're going to be racing with the short track at this next race. So we'll max out at 85 there. And because we're just 10 everywhere else, so we're automatically going to be maxed out on the short track. We'll have her working on the speedway, so that way when we go to the auto club for race 5 and we take the speedway car, we'll be at an 85 on engine power there, and then we'll throw May back over to the short track. So it looks like as long as we alternate short track to the speedway, which it looks like we're alternating, but at least the next 5 races we're going to be alternating. So we'll have 85 engine power in the next 5 races for sure. So that is going to be a bonus, and hopefully we can maybe upgrade the suspension and the aero a little bit more, perhaps as well. I don't know exactly if I should do that, or if I should just upgrade or try to get another car somewhere down the line. It's tough to say, because we don't have enough employees, and that's why I want the other cars, so we can have more employees. Not necessarily that we need the car, but we need more workers for the cars. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that's going to work. So we'll start our work plan here. So that's what we got. 85, 80, and 80 rolling into Phoenix for tomorrow night for the next stream. Not sure if we're going to have 2 or 3 races on that stream tomorrow. I guess we'll see on the timing, because again, we're running the doubleheader with the Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing career mode. So again, doubleheader live stream back-to-back tomorrow night, starting at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that would be 5:30 Pacific. Central Time, that would be 7:30. So that will be that for tonight, and I'll hope to see you guys then. The next full race live stream is the Coca-Cola 600, by the way, for my Cup Series. That is going to be Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I've got that put up on the weekly schedule vid that came out a little bit earlier today. And then I'm going to remind you guys throughout the course of these next few streams, of course, because that is the most popular demand on the channel. So again, thanks for all the support as always. We're earning more subscribers by the day. I love to see that. I love to see you guys enjoying my content, which is driving me to want to put out better and more content along the way. I got a busy next couple days, so just going to run it out with the career mode here, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the ride as much as I am. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.